Hey guys, I'm RozaldVaneGAME, and welcome back to another episode of Zero Escape 999, or Zero Escape 9 Doors? No, 9 hours, 9 people, 9 doors. Or 9 persons is what they labeled it as, but I say 9 people because it makes more sense to grammatically be correct for that. But, I mean, persons is a technical term for people as well, but anyways. Point is, welcome back, another episode of this. We're still in playthrough number 2, or... I guess, yeah, playthrough number 2, ending number 2, I guess I would call it. Where we're journeying through the door that we were fated to go through, because this is the only door we can go through, apparently, because we cost ourselves that. I'm trying to think. Yeah, so we're in another puzzle room. We're going to have to try to figure out a way out again, but we're in this one big room, technically, at this point. I did examine one thing, I think. I examined this table, I believe. Yeah, and I grabbed an item, didn't I? Or was that my imagination thinking I grabbed something? There are a number of ominous-looking tools and instruments here. Oh, no, they were talking about this table before we could even examine it because of something, I think. Let's see. There's an Adzean hammer, a pair of forceps, and these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look too new to be here with this other stuff? Yes, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. Okay, we got a brand new spanking new wrench out of the table. A number of rusty torture tools are lined up here. I don't think there's anything else we need here. Okay. So that's that. I don't know, I thought I explored it, but I guess my brain was just... Maybe it might have looked familiar because I had probably thought about looking at that thing first, but I guess not. Alright. Is this the door to exit? Yeah. Well, I guess we can't force this one open. Figures. If it was that easy, we wouldn't be having this tough of a time. Well, it isn't. So why don't we have our tough time of it? Why don't we have our tough time of it and figure out a way to open the door? Okay. Alright. What is this? This looks kind of catching my eye constantly whenever I turn to this corner. The cover's bolted on there pretty good. Should we be able to use those bolts off this wrench? Get those bolts off this wrench with this wrench we just found, though? Should be able to use the wrench to... Yeah, the way it was worded just made my brain just... What the heck am I saying? Using this wrench, we can unscrew the bolts off of this cover. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small. You can't see in it, even though with the cover off. Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arms in. Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Excuse me. Okay. I admit that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go. Arm into the hole. Hey, I think I think I can feel something. It's small, cold, hard. Doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what's this thing. Oh, it's the sun key. Did we get the sun key in the original playthrough, the first playthrough? I wonder. Okay, so we got the key. So that's good. I don't think that's the key that gets us out of here, though, unfortunately. So we need to probably power on something and that door will open, I guess. That's my best bet with this electric chair thing. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct an experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks in the sample above. Huh? I don't know what this thing is, but we've got to figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Oh wait, that's not 7. I thought it was 7. Anyway, we just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on the top, right? You adjust the switches shown on the 4 corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later, but there are lots of other things you could do. Really? I don't think there's a lot of things, really. Let me see what happens if I turn them all on. Okay, so that's that. Check. Okay, that's an error. Okay. We need to find a clue on what building blocks of the brain needs to be correctly placed in order, or it needs to be correctly activated before we can actually figure out if there's a certain point to opening it, I guess. Whenever you turn on one of those switches, more blocks show up on the screen. So I think you gotta figure out which buttons you have to press in order to get the screen to match the diagram. Yeah, but it's hard to figure out what button does what. If you want to see how many blocks each switch adds, just turn on one switch. When all of them are on, there aren't any blocks, right? Then you can see how many each switch adds. Oh, I get it. Okay, well I need to figure out the diagram anyways. The sun key should fit into the keyhole on these manacles. What? Alright, sun key, in you go. And yosh. Great, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here though. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. Well, they're open. What are you gonna do now? Let's just look around some more. I got a feeling that something will happen. Right. We should try and figure out what the device over in the corner is for, at any rate. Yeah, this thing. Okay. All of the dials are pointed in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them. Ha! Shoot. They're all rusted. I guess turning them doesn't really do anything. Yellow, red, red, yellow. You think the colors mean something? No idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous than the other one. The bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it's gonna move at all. There's a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F on them. Let's push some of them. Down you go. So if I press it again, back you come. The heck? Why do you say back you come? What? I guess these button switches something on or off when you push them. The needle on the gauge is at 0. It doesn't look like it's going to move. There are tons of knobs here. Doesn't seem like any of them do anything though. Do you think it's broken? Okay, so we need the letters. I'm guessing these plays sort of like the hexadecimal. The A through F buttons play like the hexadecimal. Does it change anything there? Okay. Okay. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly pop up. Nope. Okay. Let's see if there's any other clues hanging about. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down here, I could see through the glass. It's not working though. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put into an indentation? I don't know. I mean, why would they do that? And the placement of the chair. You're not making any sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? I mean, yeah, it kind of feels like something's under there, but we're not entirely sure either. I've unlocked the manacles. We should probably try and figure out what the thing is over here in the corner. There's a whole lot of cables coming out of that thing. It's really kind of a mess. I can barely tell which is which. Adjust the switch to match the blocks on top. Then press the check button. Alright. Saying on top. What do you mean by on top? I don't see what the... Oh, that's the... Okay, I see. The hint is that thing. No, that's already too late. No. Yeah, we need to... Okay, so we need this one on. This one needs to be on. But that's not it. Nope. Okay, so this should be off. Oh, that was it. Okay. That was all. I didn't need more. Okay. Adjustment complete. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from the subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, whoa. I thought we were solving a puzzle already. We solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. I've got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, 7's never going to fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subjects. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity. This thing doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation. Alright? Well, if it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it. Ask it what we need to do. Error. The disposal tank is closed. Please fill tank with water. What tank? Oh, man. Don't tell me we gotta do something with the water tank. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank, or whatever it's asking us to do. It looks like the only controls are in this room. I'm guessing the tank they're talking about is this bad boy. There's nothing in there anymore. But then the tank is pretty empty for a reason, right? Maybe this is the tank? Maybe the glass is one way? Like they have a police station, you know? Or maybe it's just covered with something that makes it opaque. Nah, doesn't matter how close I get, I can still see nothing. Echoes when I knock on it, though. Echoes when I knock on it. I wonder if it's hollow. Well, we don't have many materials, do we? I see some chain locks in the background, but I can't click on it, really. Or I can click on it, but nothing happens. I don't think examining the chair is going to cause that machine to do anything. I should probably take a look at the monitoring instead. Oh, maybe the... Oh, no, my bad. I misclicked. Maybe this thing moves now? No. 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 Shouldn't waste my time messing around with it. Well, I guess I might as well try. Let's give it a shot. Nope, no dice. This thing isn't going anywhere. Oh, give me that. You just ain't man enough. Sure, pal. You give it a shot. Just... Let's see just how much more of a man you are. Yeah! Hey! You're going to break it. Oh, man, that thing ain't going anywhere. Man enough now? I can see some oil on something down there at the base of the lever. Yeah, it feels like I've got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull that lever. Is that water? What the hell? What's going on? Will you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh! Junpei, look! What's she... Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my... What? There's a dead shark down here? What the heck? There are a couple of letters written in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. It's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever these are for is to be in this room somewhere. E, D, B, F. Okay, so B. D, E, F. What? There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. I don't think examining... Oh, I see. Okay, let's see what it says now. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in device.
やっぱり誰かが座らないと動かなそうだな。
こんなところでスリムな体が役に立つとは皮肉なものね。
I'm pausing because I'm trying to think how bad this is going to be, because Lotus most likely will sit on the chair. But I can't sacrifice myself if I'm the one who knows how to solve a puzzle pretty well. Like, you don't sacrifice the person who's actually been solving the puzzles most of the time. So it's like weird. But not only that, it makes me also wonder why I'm the one who's always seemingly the person who solves the puzzle versus everyone else who is just sitting there just to give me tips or some sort of story that they know about. But I don't know.
ヤシロ、本当にいいのか？俺が座ってお前が解いた方が。
You can solve the puzzle.
そうだぜ。もし失敗でもしたら。
Yeah, if you die, we're not gonna be able to bring you back.
平気よ。たとえ落ちたとしても、サメはもう死んでるじゃない。
But you might be drowning.
だけど。
決断が鈍い男は格好悪いわよ。アドバイスはそこからでもできるわ。こんな部屋に長居したくないし、さっさとモニターの前につきなさい。
But at the same time, like when the other people went through door 2 and 6, because if you go through door 2, it goes back to 6, and if you go through 6, it goes back to 2 in a weird way. But the point is that this room in particular was already went through by the other folks, so I'm kind of wondering if nothing is going to happen anyways, because it makes no sense if anything happens here. So I think that, yeah, definitely nothing's going to happen because of the fact that nobody seems to have been hurt or dead or anything. So
ねえ、最後に一つだけ聞いてもらえる？
what's up?
最後とか言うなよ。
演技でもね。
I'm already nervous too.
いいから聞いて。もしも私の身に何かあったら。
Oh wait, she has daughters?
娘たちにこう伝えてほしいの。
She has daughters? Kids? I can't believe it.
お母さんはあなたたちのことを愛してた。ずっと愛してるって。
娘たち？
お前、子供がいるのか？
Yeah, you had kids? I'm just surprised that she has kids.
ええ。ちょうど淳平くんと同じぐらいの年齢かしら。
Wait, what? My age? Oh my god, I see why they said that Lotus looks like an Obachan. Like she's like an old granny. When... I'm so strange now because she's not a she doesn't look like a granny in anime form, I guess. Like, I guess the details doesn't show that she's like older looking. She just looks kind of like... She looks like she's in her 30s. That's what I think. But no, she's like in her 50s, like pushing to the 50 almost. And like, probably that's because that's around the age of Junpei's age, I think. Junpei's like 19, 20-ish, like a college student. So I'm assuming that her kids are also college students, and they were sorry, I'm trying to think how to piece it together and how I'm saying it. So these kids are college students, then that means the parents have to be like in their 40s or late 40s or so by that point. If they had kids at early 30s. Unless she has her kids young, then they might have been like early 20s, I guess, and they could still be teenagers by the time of early 40s for her. I mean, it's a surprise nonetheless.
双子でね、いろいろあって若い頃に産んだの。
Oh, not only that, maybe her kids was one of the people who were kidnapped, the kids who were kidnapped from the story that Seven talked about. Maybe one of those kids were her kids, like both of the twins might have been kidnapped before.
名前はノナと。
It
それからもう
is.
一人は
It is. I was right. I was like, these two kids might have been the kids that Seven's tried to save.
待てノナ
Oh, I cut him off by accident.
青いライトノナ実験の被験者となった子供たちの名前だ
Yeah, so she's the mother of one of the kids or both of the kids maybe, that were kidnapped.
何よ突然大声上げたりして。
おおまさかとは思うがヤシロお前の本当の名字は
Oh, he actually...
柏原じゃねえよな
Kashiwa... What-chan? Kashiwabata?
なんで知ってんのよ。
おいおいおいおいマジかよ
So the mom...
こいつは一体どういうことだ
So the mom is pushed into the same experiment that her kids went through. That is insane.
まさかヤシロがあの子の母親だったとは
Wait, is the kid who died actually one of her kids?
あの子って何？まるで会ったことがあるような口ぶりじゃない。
あるんだよだからあるんだお前の娘のうちの一人に会ったことが
いつ？
今から9年前に
どこで？
この船の中で
どうして？
話せば長くなる
Oh yeah, because he has to go tell her the whole story again that he told me.
長くなったって構わないわ。聞かせて。一体何があったっていうの？
分かったよ話そう 俺は
Are we going through it again? The whole I'm the detective?
だったんだがそして
Oh, I see. It just cuts forward, but just kind of relaying the imagery of it.
だがその時それからどうやらそこはまるで
Thank God it doesn't have to reloop it.
そして
And then that's where he cuts off in
こ
memory.
れが9年前俺が体験したことの全てだ
I'm sorry if you guys can hear the airplane flying over in the background.
そんな。私が9年もの間探し求めていた情報。
Everything?
それを知ってる人間がこんなにも近くにいたなんて。
Especially the one who called her an old lady. The guy who called her an old lady is the answer. The guy who has the answer.
探し求めていた
そうよ。娘たちは確かに9年前に行方不明になった。それから9日経って私のところに戻っては来たんだけど。
9 days later. That is so convenient. After 9 days.
でもその9日間に何があったのかは全く教えてくれなくて。
So both twins came back alive. So that means that none of the two were considered as the people who not one of the two isn't considered, or both the two is not considered the one girl who passed in the whole experiment.
精密検査の結果乱暴をされたわけじゃないってことだけは分かってた。それでも何か恐ろしいことを経験してきたことは確かで、だからこそ深く追求することはできなかったの。そんなことをしたら思い出させてしまうことになるでしょ。そっとしておいてあげるしかなかったのよ。それから1ヶ月が経ち2ヶ月が経ち、次第に娘たちはいつもの様子を取り戻していったわ。
Wait, what? Oh, I see.
明るい笑顔を見せるようになって冗談を言ったりおどけてみせたり。
Okay, I misread that because I was like, what do you mean they act like they were before they disappeared? I was like, oh, okay, yeah, because before they disappeared, they basically slowly went back to normal again. Like the whole event never happened.
もうそうなってしまうとなおさら何も聞けなくて。
Yeah, because as time gets further away from that event, it's hard to even remember it like for those kids specifically. So it definitely makes sense.
いつしかその件について触れるのはタブーになってしまったの。だけどそれでも気になるじゃない、母親としては。だから私は独自に調査を始めることにしたのよ。その空白の9日間に何があったのか、それを突き止めるために。
それで何か分かったのか？
いいえ、何も。
Mm.
警察は捜査をしているふりをしながらほとんどまともに動いてくれなかったし。
As it should. I mean, not everybody is always going to be like effectively doing their job as what they need to do.
マスコミも16人の子供たちが戻ってきてからはまるでうやむやにするかのように事件については一切報道しなくなってしまって。
Probably got paid hush money, honestly. I mean, honestly, that if it's a pharmaceuticals that's super rich, it's definitely going to make it hard for them to kind of pursue the truth. Like, nobody's going to be pursuing that truth, considering that it was all over the news, but then, like, they paid them to never talk about it again.
多分どこかの組織から圧力がかかったんだと思うわ。
Yeah.
クレイドル製薬の。いや、それよりももっと上にある組織からの圧力だろうな。
クレイドル製薬か。
何か心当たりが？
いえ、その名前を聞いたのも今が初めてよ。ねえセブン、どうしてクレイドル製薬が事件に関与してるって分かったの？
被害者の接点をたどれば容疑者につながる。犯罪捜査の常識で。
その接点っていうのは？
What they have in common is probably because the kids are literally the ones who visit the pharmaceutical for medicine.
行方不明になった子供たちには全員ある病院への通院歴があったんだよ。
Yeah, it's just basically all the kids that were kidnapped were the ones who visited once to the pharmaceutical company.
その病院の経営母体がクレイドル製薬のグループ企業でな。それでだ。
病院？
病院か。
Sorry, I cut that forward. Is the connecting dot is what he said, I think.
ああ、そういや、その病院で聞き込みをしている間に何人もの子供たちから奇妙な証言が。
Weird story.
というと？
ガンツフェルト実験って知ってるか？
Gansfeld's experiment. Also, wait, like thinking back a little bit, in our first playthrough, Lotus was very weirdly smart about a topic of telepathy. I'm wondering if Lotus is kind of partially lying to us. Like, not because she doesn't know the information probably, but she kind of got some idea of like the whole telepathy idea in her mind. And she talked about it where it's like concerning the kids. I feel like Lotus is a part of the whole experiment before, but she wasn't like too hands-on with it. Because she didn't expect her kids to be kidnapped, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting tidbit, because I remember the first playthrough was a little bit like... They were trying to hide some information on us, but she knew something clearly, but we don't know it still.
どうやら子供たちは診療中にその実験をさせられたことがあったらしいんだ。カウンセリングと称して半ば強制的にな。
教えてくれ。それは一体どんな実験なんだ？
Gansfield experiment?
ああ、ガンツフェルト実験ってのはな。ガンツフェルト実験ってのはこんな内容だ。まず被験者 Q と A をそれぞれ遠く離れた別々の部屋に隔離する。次に Q に対してある映像を見せ、それを思念によって A に送るよう要請する。一方その頃 A はゆったりとしたリクライニングシートに座らされ、視界を覆うように目隠しをされている。
Wait, isn't... Oh, the reclining chair. Sorry, I was like thinking about the electric chair for some reason when I saw chair. Okay.
そうして全ての感覚が遮断された状態で A は Q がどんな映像を見ているのかを当てるんだ。
AKA telepathy. It's pretty much just bouncing that idea into this whole game.
あ、 それなら知ってるわ。確か有名なテレパシーの実験よね。
テレパシー？それってこの船で行われた実験と何か関係があるんじゃないのか？
Pretty much.
人を意のままに操る実験ってやつね。
そうだ、テレパシーなんてそんな荒唐無稽な現象が実在するかどうかはわからない。だがクライドル製薬の連中はそれを信じてたのかも。
Maybe.
もしも仮にそうだとしても、今俺たちが巻き込まれている状況とどういう関係があるのかがわからねえな。ノナリーゲームゼロ、俺たちが拉致されてきた理由、それとテレパシーと一体どんなつながりがあるっていうんだ。自分から話を振っといてなんだが、全くわけがわからねえ。何も関係がないとは思えないんだが。
Yeah, nobody knows if this is all connected to the whole kidnapping of the kids from the past.
被験者の設置が認識できません。
Oh,
1分後、電力の強制遮断を行います。
wow, they actually have a weird timer going on in there. But anyways, that's a good point to stop. Yes. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna have to end it here for now, unfortunately. Such a good timing of like trying to stop that conversation short and just like get us into a panic situation. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode, or another video of mine. So hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone who are watching this. Also, I forgot to explain. It's a little dark in this room, but that's because it's raining outside, so the weather has turned the room darker than normal. I use artificial lighting, aka lights from the sun, but right now it's been clouded up, so I can't really get any sunlight, so I'm just using light in the room to power it on. But anyways, next episode, let's see what the hell we're gonna do with this whole puzzle room. Let's see if Lotus is gonna sacrifice herself and see what happens if she does and such. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm hoping that she's not dead, and yeah, like I think she still needs to survive to get us out of here a little bit. But I don't think Zero is that kind of like delusional, I guess is the word. Is it delusional? Maybe sadistic? I don't know. I don't think Zero is like the type of person who wants the people who are involved here to die. Instead, he wants people to just do the thing straightforwardly and get out. That's it. Like, I feel like that's how Zero probably perceives this whole place. Is that it's just a inner workings of like trying to get through with the place and try to survive, and not so much as kill each other for the sake of like getting out, because it's not meant to be that way. But I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, other than that, that's it for this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Roz out.